Some drama surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles. Yesterday, Doug Pederson cancels practice and goes with a walkthrough instead because guys are banged up. I feel weird about this. There is a side of me that understands completely, but there's also a side of me that disagrees. What is going on, everyone? That is right. Doug Pederson goes, hey boys, we're banged up. Let's just go through some walkthroughs instead. All right, it's week 3. It's not week 16. It's not week 15. It's week 3, and I get it. We have a Thursday night football game coming up, and I get it. That game against Atlanta was so physical, but I still feel weird about it. Now, something I don't feel weird about is giving you free money, and I can do it. I actually love doing it. Use the promo code BROACH at SeatGeek's checkout, and it will save you $20 off of your purchase. Get yourself to a game. This is why I find it weird. We're going to have to play J.J. Arcega-whiteside. We're going to have to play Mack Hollins. Now, I would think that practice, a legit practice, not walkthrough, a practice, would help them get ready for Sunday's game. I talked about it a couple videos ago. Well, we can game plan differently now that we know who's going to be playing wide receiver. We know JJ is going to be in there. We know Matt Collins is going to be in there. We have a whole week to prepare, a whole week to get on the same page, and that would make me feel different going into Sunday's game. But now, we're not doing that. It's just a walkthrough. Like, this is the perfect time. Hey, I get it. Deshaun, Alshon, Dallas Goedert, they're hurting. They're injured. Fine. They don't practice. The guys banged up don't practice. But how come the receivers who are going to be playing, keep in mind backups, keep in mind guys that need reps, guys who need to be on the same page as Carson, how come they're not practicing? And this is where the conversation comes in. Is Carson Wentz too banged up to practice? And think about how bad it would look if Josh McCown was the one taking snaps in practice for JJ and Matt Collins. And also, would that even do anything? Because that's the point. We need them to be on the same page with Carson. I don't care if Josh McCown is throwing to him. I need Carson to throw to these guys. So is it a possibility that he got banged up in the ribs a little bit too much? I'm not saying an injury to the point of this guy's done forever. I'm saying to the point of he's sore, he's, icing some things, he's hurting a little bit. Is Carson Wentz the reason why Doug Pederson decided to cancel practice and go with the walkthrough? Now, he's not the only guy to do it. This is the way football is going. We all know that. They took away two-a-days. They took away how many times you can hit in practice, right? Or they limit those. There's obviously a direction the NFL is going in terms of player safety and whatnot. And you have Frank Reich and the Indianapolis Colts doing it. You have Green Bay doing it as well with LaFleur, going with some off days midweek. So it's the way the NFL is trending. I get that. I just don't like it. My big thing is having these players prepared. We have been so slow starting football games. Whether that's because the script is bad, whether that's because the players aren't prepared enough. But we have started the game out so slow. I want to see these guys in practice with Carson, getting reps down, being on the same page, finding ways to be on the same page and having rhythm with some of these routes, being in the right spots. I want that. And taking that away for a walkthrough, it kind of pisses me off. I'm not going to lie. Because you understand that towards the end of the week, these guys don't practice, right? They don't. You have film study on Monday after the game. Then Tuesday, you practice. Wednesday. When you look at the weeks, let me get this straight. Monday's film. Tuesday's your off day. Wednesday you practice. But we didn't practice. That's the thing. And as Thursday, Friday, Saturday comes along, you're not out there banging each other and really whacking each other with the shoulders. That's not how it works. So it bothers me. It bothers me. We're going to have to see if they come out prepared or not. No news, by the way, on Jalen Ramsey or anything yet. I keep waiting. I keep checking Twitter. I keep refreshing Twitter feed and Eagles and Howie Roseman, Adam Schefter. I keep refreshing to see if I see anything. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. So looking at this Lions game, we got to have better play by the offensive line. We got to have better play by Miles Sanders. He's trying to, do too much. He's dancing around in the backfield. He's not hitting the holes correctly. He's trying to bounce out to the outside. He needs to be better. Absolutely he does. Doug Pederson has to run the ball more. He needs to actually call the plays for them to run the ball more. Carson Wentz has to be better the first half. There's a lot. There's a lot. Talent-wise, though, we are more talented than the Detroit Lions. But guess what? That doesn't mean anything. They got to go out there and execute. Yes, we're at the link. Yes, there's home field advantage. That should make me feel a little bit better about things, and it does. We have more talent than them, but we have to have guys step up. Carson and Doug have to be better. Carson Wentz and Doug Pederson, they have to be better early because they're putting themselves in a hole. And when you put yourself in a hole in this league, you don't find ways to come out of it too often. Not enough. Here's one thing, and I mentioned it before and we didn't do it. If we win the toss, give me the damn ball. Let's go down there and score. Give me the damn ball. I know it's today's football. You defer, you get the ball at the second half. But I don't give a damn. Give me the ball. Let's go down there. It's a statement. It's a statement towards the team. It's just sickening. It's sickening how slow we start. We gotta have our receivers step up. JJ Arcega-Whiteside needs to find a way to be better. He got thrown into it last game. I get it. Hey, here you go, man. You're a rookie. Here you go. He's got to find ways to get separation, to get open. Nelson Aguilar, catch the damn football. He had a great game, except for the big one. Mack Hollins. Play like you did last game. I'm a little concerned with the defensive pressure. Are we going to be able to get pressure on the quarterback? I felt so good about this team after the Atlanta Falcons loss. I felt good about it. Well, I'm starting to look at where we are in injuries and the pressure. I'm not going to say I'm concerned. I think we will win this football game. But there are question marks still. I wonder what Jim Schwartz is going to do. Is he going to continue to bring the pressure? I don't think he will. I don't think he will to that degree. He is known to do that more against Matt Ryan than any other quarterback. I don't know if we will see the same level of aggressiveness out of Jim Schwartz. And guess what? I loved it. I loved how aggressive he was. That was the best called game out of Jim Schwartz that he has since he's been here in Philadelphia. But I don't think we see that same level of intensity bringing the house that much. Unless he realizes that our defensive linemen can't get enough pressure. Think about it. Hassan Ridgway's in there now with Fletcher Cox. You have Akeem Spence in there now. Well, that's a lot different than Malik Jackson and Tim Jernigan. And we weren't even getting pressure then. They're going to bring the double team on Fletch. You got to rely on other guys to be able to get something in there. This is an interesting spot to be in. Very interesting spot to be in. But hey, September's the new preseason. So all teams start out weird in September. It's hard to really justify what your team is in September. It's hard to put a crucial name tag on what your team is in September. And that is the truth, though, because take a look at where we were last year in January compared to where we were September, October, November. It changes so much. It's a long journey. Right? And it's just reality. It's a long-ass journey. And you got to find a way to take some deep breaths and understand the emotional roller coaster that will come with this. The overreaction Mondays, right? The discussions on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And I'm trying to do that as well. Because I'm a little disappointed and I'm upset with how many injuries we have. We have so many injuries, and that's football. I get it. But to be this way week 3, we came into this season thinking we were so deep and we had so much depth. Well, there goes Deshaun. There goes Alshon. There goes Dallas Goedert. There goes Sim. There goes Malik Jackson. There goes Tim Jernigan. Those are big-time players. The soft tissue thing, the soft tissue problem continues to hurt this team. A calf. An abdominal strain. A groin. What's going on here? What is going on here? I want to know your thoughts down below on not having practice. I want to know your thoughts on it because it bothers me. I want these players who are playing in the game to be ready. The way you do that, prepare and actually get reps. This is different than the preseason argument. We're in season now. This is regular season. We're taking days off already because we're too banged up. I get it. Some players are, so they don't practice. But why are the guys we're relying on to step in and be big in the game, why are they sitting out? Why? This is when they should be getting more reps, out there in practice, feeling a little bit of intensity, running the right routes. I don't know. That's the way I see it. Maybe Carson's too banged up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I will see you next time.